It's a rainy day in September, and this is Autumn. Autumn has been my scarecrow for the last year. As you can see, she has lost her pants and is in very serious need of a makeover. I wanted to use her for my fall decorations. Again, she was a cheap scarecrow that came from one of the dollar stores. So we are going to give Autumn a makeover. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and get rid of all this old stuff off of her that is falling apart. It's nasty, it's wet. I'm going to go ahead and take off this old, my scissors here. Get all this off. Get back to what we can work with. It's so rotten, it just kind of falls off. And we'll go ahead and take that off. It's all rotted. Get that off of there, get rid of that. And just in general, remove anything that is rotten. So I'm going to go ahead and give her a little bit of paint to her face to lighten up her face, and then also to get rid of some of those dark spots. That's what I'm going to start with first, going around the areas that I'm going to repaint later. Just to give her a lightening. Again, repurpose, repurpose, repurpose. So I'll get back to you here in a little bit once I get her painted. Now we got her face done. Let's seal that up so the rain doesn't wash it away. I had a couple of pairs of polyester blend from a pair of men's pants that I had cut off for my scarecrow. And so I'm going to be using that to make some pants for our scarecrow. Also, I cut up a dowel rod. That's going to be for her arms. The smaller foam noodles are going to help pad her arms. And then we're going to make her some legs to go in her pants. I'm going to take some E6000. It doesn't matter if it's uneven or not, but you're going to come down your seam here, go right along the edge here. I'm going to pull this back just a little bit, and then you're going to take the other side and fold right over top of it. I'm going to do the same thing to the other side, because this is going to be the back side of the pants. Hold that in place. And I really smooth that down there. So I glued both sides with E6000. Down these seams on the back side, leaving an opening up here, so where the pole of the scarecrow comes down into. I went ahead and put the pants onto our scarecrow, and then I'm going to use some rope, some jute. I'm going to break it down to a smaller piece, tie around the waist. I'm going to E6000 the pants to the scarecrow, and then tie the rope around to make it look fancy. So Miss Autumn now has some pants on. I went ahead and I put some E6000 down to hold the pants in place, and then I took a piece of this jute, 1/3 of it, went ahead and did a tie belt around it and tied it real tight so it'll hold in place. So now I'm getting ready to put the foam noodles into the legs. I used some E6000, put it onto the jute, put it into the hole of the noodle, and now I'm going to tie the material just below the noodle so the jute is hanging out. So this is how she's progressed so far. We've got her pants on her. We got her little fuzzies for her feet. I'm going to start working on her arms and dressing her. So my plan, I've got this pretty little dish rag that I had got, and I am actually going to make a shirt out of it. So I'm going to fold the tea towel in half so I can get a center, and then I'm going to find out where the center is, right here. So I know where my center is now, and I'm going to cut this part here. So now I work where I had slit under the head and pull it back. And then I'm going to be cutting and leaving where these fold out to be the arms, but I'm going to cut it and wrap the rest of the body with the other material.
So I wanted to explain about the tea towel becoming a shirt. So when I did the tea towel, I laid it out, folded it in half, found the center and cut up halfway. I took that tea towel and put it around the head, and this is where those come together. Now, once it was hanging there, it was hanging down, and I took scissors and I cut up to about right here, and I took on both sides. I took some adhesive glue, lifted up the shirt and sprayed the body. Then I wrapped the towel around and glued it in place. Now, I am just as easy as this. I'm going to seal this in now. I put the adhesive. Now you can use E6000 if you want a tighter one. Now hot glue, if you're having this in the sun, may melt if you're down in the heat, but if you're in the colder climates, you shouldn't have a problem. And again, this is a tea towel or a dish towel that you can use on your sink. When I glued the sleeves, I just sprayed the back here and glued it and then pushed it together. Next, I'm going to be putting in my little hands, and then we'll be doing her hair.
Okay, so I am going to be working on the hair now. My preference is I'm going to add a couple of different types of media to put out there. So I'm actually using this 2.5 inch burlap ribbon for the back. And what I've done is I've gotten 2 pieces and I've cut them, and I go ahead and tapered them out. So I'm going to be gluing that to the back, and then I'll be adding some other hair toward the front. Hair for the back on. Hold that in place, let it dry for a second. Now you could use some hot glue to help hold it in place, but again, I'm just using E6000, holding it in place. And then I'm going to go ahead and start working on the front. So we are slowly getting her put together. I used some of the extra tooling and put around her head. I actually had a tasseled necklace string that had these tassels on it. I cut them in half and glued them to her head and added a flower. I'm in the process of, on the back, I used some of the burlap ribbon, and I have this elastic rope I got from Dollar Tree. And to add depth to her hair, I'm actually taking this and tying it right into each of these flyaways to give her a more full and wild look. So Autumn has had her makeover. She's all done, from her new little pants to her new necklace and her hair. We even put some extensions in her hair, which will calm down with the heat of the sun. but she's getting ready to be in part of our fall decorations. So, hello, Miss Autumn.
She's purty.
Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed us giving Autumn a makeover. Again, reusing something we already have, making it fresh and new. She's going to be part of my fall decoration, which I will be coming out with here soon, and how she fits in. I would like to invite you, if you like things like I'm doing, go ahead and like and subscribe and become a member so you can see the things coming out soon. Not only for me, but for Autumn too. And again, thank you for watching Mine to Make.